Good morning, YouTubes. Here we have the USA Attachments 8x24" backhoe thumb. I'll be mounting it today on a Kubota BH92 backhoe. First thing you want to do, because this thing is so heavy, is lay a 2x4 approximately 1/3 of the way across the bucket. This will hold it in place while you get a couple other things going. What you'll next want to do is lift up the back brace up against your backhoe's arm and secure it using a ratchet strap. Fairly tight, but enough that it can slide. The next thing I also did was I added a second strap going up to the top. And the reason why is, as this bucket curls, it also gets closer to the attachment. If I was to weld it on position exactly where it is right now, it would end up too close to the pinch point of the bucket and would actually place a lot of force against the fulcrum of your backhoe bucket pin there. Next step is to rotate your backhoe thumb up. And you will see as it moves up, this will slide against the backhoe frame. After you do that, pull your ratchet strap a little bit tight. Let down on your backhoe bucket and take out the 2x4. Raise up on your backhoe bucket again until it comes up to the full curl position. Make sure that it is not pinched against the bottom of the bucket. The bucket's not pinching the backhoe thumb against the back brace of the bucket arm, and make a mark on your backhoe frame at the point, the highest point, where the welding on back brace goes on. Next, you want to make a mark coming off the side of your backhoe frame, approximately where it stopped at. After your backhoe's in the full curl position, pull tight on the strap, pulling it all the way up and holding it in place as you let everything down. You'll see that you made a mark right about there. That mark is not quite the area where I would weld it in at. I'm going to be welding this one in approximately 1/2 inch higher, just to assure that I don't end up making a pinch point right here between the top of the bucket and the back side of the thumb. After you uncurl the bucket and detach the arm that you had strapped to the back brace, take a measurement. This one is approximately 18 inches of the weld-on backhoe brace. Now here's the mark that I made when the backhoe bucket was in full curl, with the bracket sitting on the pinch point of the backhoe. I've made another mark approximately 1/2 inch up, and that's the height that I'm going to mount the backhoe thumb at. I've also transferred the mark over here to the side, so that once I get my grinder going and I grind all this away, I still have a mark on the side of the bucket to know where I should stop and go. Then I'm going to take my tape measure. I'm going to measure down the 18 inches and take note of where the bottom should be mounted at. So the next step is to clean and grind away all the paint off of your backhoe in the areas where you're going to be welding. You're going to want to grind away all the paint within about 1/2 inch of each side of your top mark. This one, I'm going to grind the paint off down the side of the arm where it was welded together, and I'm going to make another pass 1/2 inch each side of the bottom mark. The next step is to grind clean the sides of the bracket that will hold the thumb to the back of your backhoe arm. Grind it down until all areas like this are smooth and clean. You don't want any of the paint being left behind while you weld. It'll contaminate your weld and can make it weak. So grind it clean until it all looks like this. No spots left like that. Also grind the back of your backhoe arm in the areas where all your welding is going to take place, top and bottom. And remember to clean an area here and then 18 inches down here for at least half an inch on either side of where it gets welded. Now I was about to mount it to the back of the backhoe arm when I looked and I noticed that the fillet of the weld where the Kubota factory had welded together the backhoe arm was holding the bracket up off the face of the backhoe. You want it as tight on there as you can get it. So now, I finished grinding the back edge of the adapter bracket, and I also put a little grind along the top and bottom edges so that as I'm welding I can get full penetration of the weld into both metals from the backhoe arm and the metal of the adapter brace. Now that I've done all the grinding to the backhoe arm brace, what I do next is I take ratchet straps and I use a ratcheting ratchet strap to hold it tight and ratchet it as tight as I can against the backhoe. Next, you'll want to make sure to reinstall the thumb back onto the adapter frame bracket that has been securely strapped down to the backhoe arm. Make sure that the bracket is fully square against the back of the backhoe arm, and that the teeth of the backhoe arm and the teeth of the thumb are pretty much centered up on each other. And then what you want to do is curl the backhoe up and make sure that you still have clearance here and that you have at least half an inch of clearance under here. So now I've finished welding it all the way around, top and bottom, around all the sides. I gave it a quick coat of paint just to cover it up. I'm going to go ahead and order some Kubota orange to match it back in, but for now I needed to get it painted so that it wouldn't rust in between. Hey YouTube, here we are with the finished product. I reassembled it, put it on there, and picked up my 200-pound anvil with extreme ease. This will definitely make my life a whole lot easier. So if you want a quality built unit, go ahead and get this attachment from USA Attachments. This is the 8x24 backhoe thumb. Very well constructed. I like the nice thick materials that it's made from. It also has very generously sized bushing areas. Plenty of strength in this thing. Very easy to weld on, and once it is on, it's very easy to use, and you can see very easy to get a hold of all those odd shaped things that you need. So if you want, give USA Attachments a call or see their website. Thank you. Talk to you later.